Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to switch to my brush. Let's do B, C to a curved quad fill brush, and make my brush size fairly small. Let's try maybe 5 or 6. And then let's go up and set our stroke, the curve and curve functions. Let's turn I think these are usually all on, so let's turn everything off but poly groups and frame the mesh. Yeah, and that'll put a stroke around this. It's going to put two. It's going to put one on the inside here too. We want the one here on the outside. And let's click it, and you can see that it fills that frame there, or the what we had framed with some geometry, and that's looking pretty good. It's a little bit wobbly, so let's undo that. Maybe sometimes you can smooth out the brush, so here under the stroke you can click on the smooth, and that can smooth the curve out a little bit. And let's click on it again, and that's a little bit better. I think it might actually be the same, but anyway, I'm going to polish this bit anyway before working with it any further. So from here, what I want to do is over under subtool, let's do split, split unmasked points, and that'll split this thing out to its own polygroup. Let's turn off solo there, and then there it is. So let's switch to it. Let's solo it. Yeah, the thickness looks pretty good. Probably go a little bit thicker, but I'm going to let this roll. The first thing I want to do is, it's all one polygroup right now, and I want to make it separate, so I want it to have an edge around it. So come down here to my polygroups, and here I can click on group by normals, and this looks at this angle here and says, we'll change the groups of anything that's not at that or below that angle with each other. So you can see it's made a new polygroup out here on the edge, and it's made a new one on the back and over here. So what I can do here is back under my deformation, here I can polish by features, and let's open up the circle and click on that. Yeah, and you can see, that smooths that up. Here, let's unsolo it so we can see the results relative to the other pieces. And let's turn polyframe off. So here, let me now do that. You can see it's a little wrinkly through here. The edges are a little rough. I'm just going to open the circle and polish by features, run that a little bit, and a little more if it needs it. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, nice and smooth through there. It's not exactly how these things would conform around this thing. They'd probably be bulged out through here, but this will give us enough for just a quick form color study. So let's see, let's make our brush size pretty big, and let's make sure symmetry's on. Yep. And oops, sorry, wrong brush. Let's switch to move topological there. Let's just pull some things into place. Let's go here to the side, move everything in a little bit. Just get it so we've got just a little bit of the edge poking out. Or if you want to embed it a little more, you can. I like to leave it a little poking out because it shows up a little better. It's not how it would really be. These things would really be pulled all the way inside here, smooched up into the frame or in a groove in the frame. But for rendering, these things look a little better when you can see a little bit of that ridge, the edge of the edge. Yeah. All right, looking pretty good there. I'm I'm really not liking how those things tuck in. Let's see if I can do a little something to that to fix it. Let's make a duplicate of it, just in case. And then, all right, let's see. Let's try. Not that. Masking. Actually, let's try what we were doing in the earlier vid. So do that. So Control Shift. So that, oh, I forget. These things should probably be since I did normal and these are all different. I'll probably want to do a mirror and weld on these to get everything the same there. So I can. Let's see, let's solo it. Yeah, hold down Control Shift. Yeah, and that'll take care of that. Control A to get those. Control Shift Alt. Control Shift Alt with select rect. Select it to get those. Control Shift. Get rid of those. Control A to get those. And get back to there. And then under our masking, shrink the mask. Maybe invert the mask and grow it. Looks like I lost any kind of masking that was on there. Or did it get out? Yeah, okay, so I don't have anything dividing those up. Yeah, so that's not going to work. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to leave these. Yeah, because if I try pushing these out, they're just not going to cooperate. So take everything with it. Alright, so let's get rid of those. And yeah, with these guys, go ahead and mirror and weld these. Here, go back and unsolo. But we'll say these are okay. Could probably go in and spend a little time sculpting them to get them to bulge out the way they should. But at least you're working with the frames fairly well. Let's turn on perspective here for a bit. See how they're doing. A little bit bug-eyed. But look, to make those lenses render quickly and temporarily, and with BPR, I want to come down to display properties, turn on the roll out the BPR settings, and then set the BPR visibility here to 50. And then you can, let's zoom in a little bit here, BPR, and you can see through them. Right, so then last little bit here is I'm going to want to fill these things with some materials. Turn the perspective off for a bit. I think the head already has, let's see, and you can tell whether things already have any color fill on them because you can see the little paintbrush over here, and you can see these new pieces that I've made do not. So I'm just going to get my standard brush, and then I'm going to make sure that mRGB is set to on it, and then with this one selected, I'm just going to come up here to color, fill object, and that'll fill it with this color and this material. And then let's do the my frames here, color fill object, and then let's see how we're doing on time. We got a bit. All right. So that has, now you can see they have little paint brushes next to them, so you know they're filled. So I just want to come over here and let's see. While that's still okay, let's do some more smoothing on these guys. That smooth through here. All right, looking good. And a little bit more smoothing here. And let's kind of twisted that up a little bit. So to there. Let's see what we can do with that. Clip. There we go. No, I actually kind of like that sharp angle on there better than... It's a little too sharp. Alright, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Let's see, and then I want to let's switch our material. I'm going to just get a reflective plastic B here. Let's get a kind of a nice, I've got kind of a blue, let's make a kind of a blue-gray color in there, and then color. Let's make sure, MRGB is on. Color fill object. Fill it with that plastic, and then let's make the bit here. So these guys. Actually, I want to see where the ear is. So so right along in here. So with our hold down control, let's get a mask curve. Let's put in masking through there. That's looking pretty good. Let's change our material to a I like that matte cap Gorilla for kind of a soft rubber, matte rubber, and then the white, because it's pretty dark. I'm just going to take this color to white. Just invert the mask. MRGB is on. Color fill object. Like that. And it's going to leave a little bit of a dimple in there where ZBrush kind of pixelates through those. But that's okay. We want it to have a little bit of that. Let's see. Just make sure. Yeah, that's all right. And that actually acts kind of like a division on there. Let's see how it does when we BPR it. Yeah, and then let's bring those lenses back in. Yeah, pretty good there. They're a little bit weird relative to the head, so you'd either move the head or move the glasses. Just understand that if you move the glasses or rotate the glasses, the lenses aren't going to go with them unless you merge them down. But I think this is looking pretty good. Let's back it out, make sure we got, let's turn perspective on. Let's get a good angle on it here. Do a render. See a little more of the head. Yeah, looks pretty good there. Kind of Elvis-y. Alright. And I'll try to do a few more of these to show some other ways to do this.